Hello everyone, this is Tatsuki of Flames. I'm new to YouTube. I'm just going to try to have fun on here, see the people I can meet, talk a bit. I'm hoping to be able to talk about one of my passions, which is anime, as well as specifically Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT. I was wanting to explain a bit how I came to start watching Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and everything else. How I originally ran across it was, I believe it was on Fox or something like that. This was back, what, like 95, 96. When I ran across it, it was just running one of the random episodes back when all they had was the Pioneer stuff, which was, I would say, the Saiyan Saga and the Namek Saga. That was back with the Ocean dub. I came across it. I really wasn't all that interested. It was just some random episode, and that didn't really interest me at all. Because without any kind of context, just flipping channels, you don't really get anything from it. But finally, later on, I ran across it. Actually started watching it through. I even went up to, I think it was one of the local video stores, and I was able to pick up the first two seasons of Dragon Ball Z, which they were selling off in the box sets from Pioneer, the heavily edited versions. And I was able to watch through, and I really enjoyed it. Obviously, the Vegeta battle with Goku really catch my attention. It wasn't long before I was getting more interested in it. I would watch, try to get the Japanese versions. I was able to get some not very good quality versions of a couple of them, like the BoJack movie and just random episodes further into the series, which actually interests me quite a bit. I liked being able to hear the Japanese music playing in that because I believe the Japanese music only played at certain parts. They didn't play all the way across the actual show itself, only when it was needed. Further into that, I switched as they started coming out with the Funimation, and they came out with the Ginyu Saga, and new episodes were coming on TV, which was very exciting back then to finally get something new. Watched through all that, and I started buying Funimation's versions of the VHS. They at that time came out with the edited versions and the uncut versions, which everyone knows now that those uncut versions were still crazy cut. I don't know why they call it uncut when it's still cut down by what was it, like 20 something episodes or more. So it was still very, very heavily cut. Um, but I was able to go through and pick those up. I liked the pictures that were coming across them as that went out. I got through most of the sagas with that as they came out, and went back and actually got the VHSs of them uncut. Eventually, I would get them on DVD when those finally came out, but the DVDs were essentially just higher quality versions of the uncut versions, and that's about it without the picture on the side. From there, I got the orange bricks, which were a lot better quality than the DVDs themselves, but obviously they're cropped out. Um, Past that, I didn't actually get the Dragon boxes when they came out. I got all the movies and stuff like that, but the Dragon boxes, I didn't really know much about them at the time. I just thought they were just another version of the Orange Brick, the same thing. I wish if I could go back, I would have gotten them now that I know how good those versions are. And obviously, they're very rare now, so it's hard for me to actually be able to get them. So that doesn't help me much now, but after I got the orange bricks, I ended up actually getting rid of a lot of my anime for the time, which I regret. I'm actually trying to rebuild my anime collection in general, and finding out most of this stuff is way more expensive than it used to be. From there, though, I ended up dropping the orange bricks, and I currently only have Dragon Ball Z, some of the movies, well, actually, most of the movies, including Battle of Gods, on Blu ray. And for Blu ray, I have all of Dragon Ball Z Kai. I'm waiting for the Buu Saga to come out on Kai to finish that up. I didn't actually buy the other versions of the Blu-ray Dragon Ball Z. It didn't really look interesting to me. I'm pretty sure they're cropped as well, and that doesn't really strike my fancy too much. I'd prefer if they came out with better versions of them that were 4:3 ratio. I'd be a lot more interested in that. Well, past that, that's been mostly my experience with Dragon Ball Z. I've been watching for a long time in many different versions, and I'm very interested in talking about Dragon Ball Z and different subjects in general with people that are also very big into the anime. I'm also going to try and talk about because I'm really big into retro gamings and just gaming in general. I've been collecting as far as that. Any kind of other anime. There's way too many for me to name off the top of my head. Just like most people, Dragon Ball Z was one of the first ones that actually got me into anime in general, and then I kind of just went from there. But I got my Twitter handle set up, and I also got Ask FM to answer any kind of questions you might have. I'm nowhere near as good as some of these other YouTubers. I'm sure as far as answering questions. I don't got that deep knowledge, but I definitely have an opinion, and I have no problem sharing that. I don't really expect much from this channel. I'm just going to do it here and there when I can, and I might try to do some Let's Plays or just playing games in general when I get the time. I have to actually figure out how that works. I don't know how to actually make videos like that to where I could show like the computer games that I'm playing and actually upload them or anything like that. I do have an Xbox One and a PS4, so I guess I could do that, but at the same time, I believe those are pretty simple though. I'll just have to look into it a bit. But I'm hoping that this channel goes pretty well, and I hope to talk to you soon. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.